Hi, Les from Retired and Living the Dream, and today's video is going to be about the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, and is it time to leave your country in search for a better life? Okay, here we go. So we're approaching the end of 2024 and we're approaching 2025, and I have been here in Thailand for 13 years. I arrived here on New Year's Eve 13 years ago, and because I split up with my wife, I was then on the Boxing Day, and by New Year's Day or New Year's Eve I was here in Thailand. So that's the change that I made. It was a drastic change, it was a big change, but I don't regret it for one single minute. And I've talked to many subscribers over this year, and I've helped a few people relocate and resettle here in Thailand, and the story's always the same, always the same. I mean, I can talk about UK because that's where I come from, so the majority of people that I know that have come over here from the UK, but also I've talked to Americans, Canadians. In fact, I'm doing a live stream with a Canadian up in Perth on the way around our holiday, or our trip. We're going to Perth, so we're doing a live stream. Retired, don't give up, talk to Retired and Living the Dream. So we're going to do two live streams, one for my British people and my followers, and one for his Canadian people and his followers. So tune into that. That's on the 2nd of January from Perth. So again, is it time to leave your home country? Now, with what's going on around the world, and certainly what's going on in the UK at the minute, everybody's not feeling happy, are they? There's no happiness anywhere in the UK at the minute. You know, all the talk about Keir Starmer and what he's done, and like, for when you're older, like my generation, 50s and that, you know, there's no happy news there, is it? It's attack the pensioners, winter fuel allowance. Do I need the winter fuel allowance here? Absolutely not. Today it's in the high 20s, probably about 28, 29. I'm in a t-shirt, I'm washing my car. It's lovely, it's absolutely lovely, and I can't complain about this at all, and I'd much be sooner here in Thailand living the dream than be sat in England in front of the gas fire being freezing cold, or worried about putting the central heating on for fear of how much it's going to cost. That in itself is worth moving away, isn't it, from the UK? You know, being warm all the time. I'd sooner be sat in front of a fan keeping cool than sat in front of an electric fire being cold. But again, you don't need me to tell you that. You really don't need me to tell you that. But what I'm hearing on an almost daily basis is how fed up people are. There's no good news. There's nothing in the near future that people can think about. Oh, that's something to look forward to. That's something good. Am I missing something here? Am I right in what I'm saying? And I think so. I think I am right. And again, it's the same in America. You know, the American people that I talk to, they're all disillusioned with what's going on in America as well. So I've yet to meet a happy person from, you know, the so-called Western developed worlds. You know, the Americans, the Canadians, the Australians, the English. All the people that I talk to here are all disillusioned with their home country. Why is that? Why is that? You know, Thailand is looked upon by some people as being a third world country, but there's so many people who want to move here and live here. Could this be the answer? Could this be your answer? And what I say to people, and I'm saying it more often now, come and have a look, come and give it a try, because it's a wonderful place. Absolutely knocks the spots off being in England. Again, I've done some videos on assisted living here and things like that. And if you are really in need of a little bit of, tender loving care and quality care, it's very affordable here. Have a look at the videos. Have a look at these videos here, assisted living. One of them's got over 28,000 views. That shows some interest, doesn't it? 28,000 views. And it's very, very affordable. Imagine, you don't have to go into an assisted living complex, because I'm not going to go into one, because I've got this house. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a structure here. It's called a Knockdown House, at the back of the garden, where our solar system is at the minute. And if it's going to be my little man cave. That's what I'm going to make it into, my little man cave at first. But if for ever any reasons we need somebody to come and take care of me, albeit for, not anything major or serious, that we need a little bit of help around the house and things like that, because put in the comments who would like to be a burden on their family, on their wife or their husband or something like that. If you can take that burden away from them, you would, wouldn't you? And I don't want my wife to be able to, for wanting some better words, wipe my backside for me, when I can afford to pay for somebody to do that for her. I've always said I do not want to be a burden on anybody, and especially, my wife, because I've seen my mother deteriorate. In her later years, she had dementia, and my stepdad, who was in his 80s, he ended up looking after me mum, and he's in his 80s himself. So who looked after the carer, who was my stepdad? Him. He was a very, very nice man, and I take my hat off to him. Paddy, rest in peace. He really, really looked after me mum, even though in the final years she wasn't a very nice person because of dementia. Dementia changes people. So I've seen that. I don't want my wife to go through that. I have an Australian friend who at the minute has got dementia, and he's not a very nice man now. I've known him for 11 years. He's not a very nice man. He's not the man I knew, because of dementia. It's turned him into not a very nice person. But his girlfriend sticks by him. She looks after him. She does everything for him, including what I mentioned earlier on, looking after his personal needs, because he has accidents in the bed and things like that. I don't want my wife to do that. So, this man cave that I'm going to build at the back of the house, it'll cost me about 150, maybe 200,000 baht at the end of the day. But that's if we have somebody living here, to give them their own little space. It's big enough. It's a one bedroom, one bathroom it would be. And so they're not in the house with us, even though we have a 2-bedroom detached house and that. And there's enough space in the house. Even the carers want their own space at some time. You can't live under each other's, constant under your feet all the time. So that's what I'm going to go and do. But I'm also, in the meantime, before I go that way, is going to be my little man cave, and I'm going to be able to put my computers in there, edit my videos, so it comes out of the house, and it's my little playroom, if you like, and I can do all sorts of things in there. And every man needs a shed or a man cave, and I'm going to build one myself. How many other men on here would like their own man cave as well? Put it in the comments. I've already got one. When I do the live stream every now and then, there's a guy who comes on and he says he's going to go to the allotments. You know, garden. He has his own gardening place, and in England, that's the classic man cave where you escape from the wife, or you escape from everything that's going on, and you can chill out because it's your space. I'm really into that. Like, I'm into the van life people and things like that. I love that feeling of being able to just escape. And this is what we're going to do for our holiday. We're going to escape. So this is me car wash before we go away on holiday tomorrow. And we're going away for maybe 3-4 weeks. We're going to Ban Rak Thai, Pai and Chiang Mai. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I'm going to do lots of vlogs and lots of pictures and things like that. But affording a holiday, how many people can afford a holiday nowadays? You know, we're going away for 3 or 4 weeks. How many people follow me go away for 3 or 4 weeks? Not many, but it's affordable here. I mean, our hotels, some of our hotels, I mean, there's a couple of hotels that we paid £100 a night for, and they're very rare. It's very rare we pay more than £30 or £40, but as it's Christmas and New Year, I pushed the boat out a little bit, and we've got a couple of really expensive hotels, but beautiful hotels with views and like a nice location. So I paid a little bit of extra for doing that. After all, I'm 64. It's my Christmas present as well. And so that's what we've done. So affordability, living over here in Thailand. It's very affordable really over here. It really, really is affordable. For those people who are thinking about relocating or doing something for their later years, come and have a look at Thailand. Send me emails. I'll point you in the right direction. Visas, it's not too difficult to get a visa over here. It's not too difficult for all the paperwork. Yes, it can be time consuming. Nobody likes paperwork. And immigration, I've had my problems with immigration, but not insurmountable. It is possible to do everything over here. And again, if you don't want to bother with the paperwork, there's agents, and the agents will do all the paperwork for you, so you don't even have to worry about that. Here's the thing, isn't it? Not worrying about paperwork, because an agent will do it for you. And you can get a retirement visa over here by an agent, and that'll cost you about 700 quid for the first year. But if you do it yourself, it's about 50 quid. And it's quite easy to do yourself, so you don't have to have an agent to do it. You can do it yourself. So why not give it a try? Next year, don't be one of them OMY people. One more year. I've met so many people, one more year, and it's ended up being 5 or 6 years. And the time is the only thing you can't in life buy. You know how much money you have, but you never know how much time you have. At the minute, I'm fit and healthy. I've just been on the keto diet and I've lost over a stone and a half, and I'm happy at that. And we're going away now for Christmas and New Year, so I expect to put a little bit of weight back on, but I'm back on the keto next year to bring it back off again. So there's always a way, you know, for these people who are slightly overweight or whatever, it's having the willpower to do it. But having the willpower to do anything in life, you've got to want to change as well. It's no good just saying, oh, yeah, okay, tomorrow, as you're eating your Greggs sausage roll or your pasties and pies and cakes. You know, 10 weeks I did my keto diet for, 10 weeks. and stone and a half. I feel the difference, and everybody can see the difference as well. So, make 2025 your year to even look at something and just look outside of the box and think about moving if you need to get a better life. Because let's face it, there's a long time before a better life will come again in England. Keir Starmer said it's going to take 5 years to do all the things he wants to do. Then you've got to vote him in power again. So there's 5 years before anything is sort of looking your way to improve things. 5 years you could live over here for 5 years, and from day one you get over here, you're going to be happy. Okay, thanks very much for watching, everybody, if you made it to this point. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. All the best for 2025. Thanks very much for everybody supporting me and the channel Retired and Live the Dream. Till the next time, bye for now.